Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about Mike McCarthy. In particular, does Mike McCarthy need his own quarterback? Okay, the two biggest changes that the Cowboys have faced this offseason have been the hiring of Mike McCarthy. The other one just happened. Franchise tagging Dak Prescott on a one-year deal, 31.4. No long-term extension has been made. So we have to ask ourselves, can Mike McCarthy make this work coming into this with somebody else's quarterback? So let's break it down. Let's get into it. This serious? Let's go. The NFL has had some of the very best head coach quarterback duos throughout the years. You know, whether it's Coach Bill Walsh and Joe Montana from the 49ers. You know, they had a dynasty, won a lot of championships, Super Bowl, Lombardi trophies. Coach Landry and Roger Staubach, 2 Super Bowls, NFC championships left and right, lots of wins. You know, Bill Parcells and his quarterback, Phil Simms and Jeff Hostetler as well, was in the mix there in New York. Coach Jimmy Johnson, newly minted Hall of Famer, and Troy Aikman, okay? Throughout the whole NFL, we see these marriages. You know, could Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid be the next duo? Okay, either way you cut it. You know, these types of success stories, these types of dynasties have something in common. They have a common denominator: a good coach, a good quarterback, and sometimes great on both sides. It's kind of like, what came first, the egg or the chicken? And we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about a few of the most iconic duos, but mainly we're going to try to break this down as far as, can Mike McCarthy make this work? You have to go back and take a look at some of history. You know, do the Cowboys have odds on their side? You know, Vegas has the Cowboys plus 1,600 to win Super Bowl 55. Those are 12-1 odds, okay? So they're in the upper, I think, top 5 odds to win the Super Bowl. So Vegas is on our side. Now, is history on our side? You know, we're going to take a look at a list of coaches that have moved from one location after winning a Super Bowl to another one, okay? So let's break that down. So there have been 6 head coaches that have moved after moving one team to another after getting to the Super Bowl, okay? We're talking about Don Shula with the Baltimore Colts. He won the Super Bowl. Then later, you know, was hired on as the Dolphins head coach and won the Super Bowl there. Undefeated season there. Dan Reeves with the Broncos, he took them to the Super Bowl. You know, moved on to the Falcons. They got to the Super Bowl and they lost. So he lost both times he got there. Bill Parcells won with the Giants, but when he moved to the Patriots, couldn't get over the hump there. They lost, okay? Dick Vermeil with the Eagles, got to the Super Bowl, lost to Oakland, and then was hired on for the Rams coach, the greatest show on turf. He was able to win the Super Bowl there. Rode off into the sunset. John Fox took the Bears to the Super Bowl. Couldn't get it done. Went to the Broncos. Couldn't get it done with Peyton Manning. He was out of there. Mike Holmgren won it with the Packers, but lost with the Seahawks and Hasselbeck. So Mike McCarthy will need to be the 7th head coach to make this happen. Can he do it? You know, what are the odds of this happening? So he has definitely, you know, if we just broke down these coaches that won and lost, you know, some of them, really the only one that has won in both locations has been Don Shula. That's a long time. So those odds are kind of against him, but you do have some situations where they lost one and won one. Holmgren won one, lost one. But for McCarthy, he's going to have to join Don Shula in that elite company of winning a Super Bowl with one organization and winning another one and another organization. He's the only one that has done it, okay? So Mike McCarthy has those odds a little bit against him, okay? Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. Over the last decade, you know, we're going to look back at 2010 and up to 2020. You know, the head coach duo with the quarterback. Did they win it with their own quarterback? As in, did they draft the quarterback or did they inherit the quarterback? Let's break it down. Let's take a look at this, okay? So look at 2010. We're going to break it down right off the bat. Look at Drew Brees. You know, they won it. Sean Payton didn't actually draft Drew Brees. He was drafted by Mike Riley at San Diego Chargers in 2001. They beat Tony Dungy and Manning, that combo. Jim Moore drafted Manning in 1998, okay? 2011, Mike McCarthy. Okay, a lot of people think that McCarthy actually drafted Rodgers. This wasn't the case. Mike Sherman was still the head coach in 2005. You know, we saw what happened there with, in 2005, that infamous draft class. Aaron Rodgers was projected to be a high pick, fell all the way to 24, waiting there in the green room after each pick passed by. But the Packers and Ted Thompson, they said there was too much value there. They drafted him. They were able to defeat Tomlin and Roethlisberger, you know, another quarterback that was drafted by Cowher, okay? So get to 2012. This is the first one in this decade where you actually have a coach that drafted the quarterback and won the Super Bowl. So Coughlin and Manning were able to defeat Belichick and Brady. 2013, Harbaugh and Flacco, you know, he drafted Flacco. They beat Harbaugh and Kaepernick. 2014, Carroll drafted Wilson. They beat Fox and Manning. 2015, Belichick, Brady, they won. 2016, Kubiak won with Manning, who was drafted in 1998, like I said, you know, by Coach Mora. 2017, Belichick and Brady. 2018, Coach Peterson and Nick Foles. Foles was drafted by the Eagles originally, but that was under Andy Reid's administration. 2019, Belichick and Brady. And then the most recent, 2020, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. Okay, these guys won it. So how does this break down over 11 Super Bowls? Of those 11, only 7 times did the quarterbacks, you know, win with the coach that drafted them, okay? The other 4 times, the quarterbacks won with the head coach that did not draft them, okay? What about the losing Super Bowl teams? What about those combos, okay? Of those 11 Super Bowls, 6 times the quarterbacks lost with the coach that did not draft them, okay? The other 5 times, the quarterbacks lost with the head coach that did draft them, okay? So for the Cowboys and Mike McCarthy, can he have success winning with somebody else's quarterback? You know, Parcells is famous about saying, you know, they want you to cook, but they don't want to let you, you know, choose the groceries. So, you know, Bill Parcells is one of the greatest guys to quote. But for McCarthy, he came into that situation already having, you know, Aaron Rodgers. And if you remember, Aaron Rodgers sat on the bench for 3 seasons, you know, until Brett Favre decided to, basically they pushed him out. He retired or whatever, but then came back. You know, they had that whole drama there in Green Bay. But nevertheless, McCarthy had a little bit of time, and I think that's what the Cowboys originally wanted to do when they had Romo. They knew that Romo was on the back end of his career, had a lot of injuries. You know, the clavicle, the back injury in Seattle was kind of the, you know, the thing that broke the camel's back, actually. And then we saw the Cowboys throw in Dak Prescott. The plan was probably, let's draft a quarterback here, Dak Prescott, in the 4th round. Let's groom him for a couple of seasons, you know. And fate had its way. You know, it didn't happen. Romo got knocked out. Dak Prescott was inserted, and here he is now. Here he is entrenched now, signed his franchise tag, and we have Mike McCarthy in here. Can Mike McCarthy get it done? Yes, I believe he can get this done. Now, like I said, the only other coach that has been able to get to a Super Bowl with 2 separate organizations have been Don Shula. So that's a little bit something that Mike McCarthy and this team is going to have to overcome. But I think all the pieces are in place for the Cowboys. Okay, a great staff in place. He's built a great staff around him. You know, you have a lot of experience. You have players that have experience in this game already. He's not having to bring up a rookie quarterback or let a quarterback sit. Now, we're talking short term here. Can he do it? Yes, he can. But, you know, Mike McCarthy, why they brought him in for the Green Bay Packers is they knew he had that pedigree to uplift quarterback play. You know, learn with the best. Bill Walsh, Joe Montana, West Coast offense, these types of things. So he has a lot of experience to bring to the table. You know, and if Dak Prescott isn't the answer, I don't think they'll let this thing linger. They'll bring in somebody else. You know, they'll hire another quarterback. They'll draft another quarterback. But the question, can McCarthy win with Dak Prescott? I believe he can. And for you guys, I want to know, is it NFC Championship or bust for Dak Prescott? If he doesn't get us to the NFC Championship, are you ready to move on from Dak Prescott? Or is that, if Dak Prescott gets the Cowboys to the NFC Championship, are you good? Are you good to go to be like, okay, we've gotten further. with Mike McCarthy. We have a lot of promise here, but we came up short. But we're ready to invest full time, okay? Is it NFC Championship or bust? Or is it Super Bowl or bust? Let me know in the comments, guys. What do you see as the future here for the Dallas Cowboys, Mike McCarthy and his quarterback? Is it going to be McCarthy and Prescott long term? Or is it Mike McCarthy, Prescott short term, and then raise up another quarterback? Okay, let me know in the comments, guys. I really appreciate everybody that's checking out these videos. Hit like on this video, helps out the channel immensely. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll catch you guys for the next video. Peace, everybody.